wandering through the aisles of my art store. I bought myself a pictomicron and some Bristol board. I made a fancy comic, and now I am all set to be the greatest web cartoonist on the fucking internet. I'll have a forum and a blog and links from PvP. I'll get reviewed by WebSnark, Clean and the William G. The world can be a roaster. I think it's a safe bet when you're the greatest web cartoonist on the fucking internet. When you're the greatest web cartoonist on the fucking
Hi! I have returned as MoCat. It is all my show tonight. Chuck is not feeling well, and he's got social stuff that he needs to do with open art studios, and so he's getting all situated with that. And Chris was in urgent care because he put a spike through his foot. And so it's just me today. And so since it's just me and it's all my show, I have decided to be MoCat. Okay. We're going to be drawing today. And so I'm still working on this page. I'm working on page 23 of Captain T. And so this is page 23. Let me zoom out. You can see it. And so I've gotten these panels drawn in, and so I just need to work on the rest of it. And so that's what we're going to do today. While while the cat's away, the mice will play, and I happen to be the mice today, even though I'm a cat. And I am going to be working on this. So we're going to go to our background panels. We're going to turn off our letters. And I got to draw in this fence. Let's see. Okay, there we go. So what is going on in the world of comic books? I have no idea. I have been kind of, I haven't really collected comic books in years, despite the fact that I draw them and make them and enjoy them. My collection has been just kind of what's caught my eye the last few years. I'm not like immediately all up on what is the latest and greatest in comic book wonderment. Let's see. So what we're going to do is do this first. See, I'm drawing in the fence right now. But because I've already put in my lines, I know where my construction pieces are going to go that keep the fence up. Yeah. Okay. I guess it's not very exciting of me just drawing and not talking. So I will try and talk. Um, what I'm doing right now is I'm making this fence. I've drawn this fence multiple times in this story so far. And so it's kind of a touchstone for knowing where everybody's oriented in the square. And so I don't know if I'm going to draw the buildings behind it. I kind of sketched them in. There we go. There we go. Okay. All right. So we're drawing these different boards. What's gone on in the story of Captain T so far? So Captain T has flown into the town of Trade Post, and Addie's telling the story of how she met Captain T and how she ended up with him on his ship. And so the first story is a flashback of T entering into Trade Post, and she, that's where she starts telling the story. And so he picks up supplies from, well, I should say that he orders supplies from the supply depot, and hey, I'll be right back. And when he comes back, his supplies are gone because Addie took them. She took them because she thinks she's helping. She wants to get on his ship, and she thinks like, yeah, if I take his supplies, then he'll have to talk to me, kind of thing. And so he gets kicked out, even though he paid for the supplies, because he was rude and he wanted to punch the clerk. And they're like, nope, that's not happening. And so, like I said, he kind of got taken care of. This is a brick wall. Let's see if I draw that in. Let's see, how is my dialogue doing? How much do I have in that one? All right. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do with this. Yeah, so I'm going to draw in the bottom here. Just a little bit. Just to kind of block it in. Okay, we'll do this. We'll take that out of the equation. Same thing with that. And then let's draw in some windows and stuff, so it's not just plain. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, see? The really cool thing about Clip Studio Paint is that it has perspective tools. So I don't have to hold a ruler up to the screen and try and get the perspective right. All I have to do is literally just pick a vanishing point and it sticks to that perspective. Hello. How are you? Nightmare 2665. So usually I have a podcast with 2 other hosts tonight, but it's just me tonight. We had some extenuating circumstances. We had sickness and injury that has prevented them from being here. But I'm here. How are you doing tonight? Let's see. Good enough for you? Oh, good for you. I'm okay. I had a stressful day. I had a stray cat show up on my porch a couple of days ago, and so he was spayed today or neutered or whatever it is for male cats, and came home. And so I had to, pay for that today. And then my other cat had dental work done. And so I had to bring 2 cats into the vet today. Then with the 2-year-old. So gives you an idea of how crazy things kind of ended up being. Let's see. Let's do this. Oh, thank you for the follow. That's awfully nice of you. Yeah, we'll do this. We'll fill in kind of the shape, the general shape. And we'll imply detail that's not there. But yeah, I got this comic that is updating online before it's collected into graphic novel. And I am struggling to keep up on deadline for it. So I feel like I'm kind of rushing this page a little bit. Oops. There we go. I'm guessing for the cat you are using animes. I am using animes. Yes, this is true. I even paid for it and everything. But I'm still. I think it's fun to be a cat. In fact, what I will do is I will shrink myself down into the corner per the designated spot of most podcasters. Is I will shove myself into the corner. And then that way you don't have to look upon my hideousness. Let's see. Oh, that one did not turn out the way that I planned. Okay. There we go. Much better. It's not exactly perfect, but again, perfect is the enemy of done. You're trying to look for something better than animes. So I looked at a bunch of different softwares for my day job, which is running a positive mental health website and like blog and stuff. And so as part of that, I had to explore different avatar options because for the podcast that they're making, the presenters didn't want to present themselves, and so they had me like explore everything. If you have the money, the Rococo set is like phenomenal, and that's like industry standard. But I say if you have the money, because it is very expensive for the suit. It's like it's going to cost you like $5,000 for just the suit and the head. It doesn't even count the hands. You're probably looking at about $7,000 if you want to get a full suit with hands, head, with the rig, where you put the iPhone for motion capture and stuff like that. But like, if you got the money, that's what you're going to do. If you don't got the money, Animes is not bad for what you pay for. There's also other things too, like can scan in your like photos and stuff. One of them that I had found, I mean, I made a list with all of them. I have like a document in my Google Docs that goes over the pros and cons of all of them, but those were the two that stood out to me, were the Animes and the Rococo set. Hey,
Hello.
you're here home early.
We got no money.
Oh,
I tried to take her bowling because I knew we weren't going to hit the gym.
okay.
So I'm like, okay, I'll just take her up to the bowling alley.
Oh,
We'll go hang out over there.
yeah, no, sorry.
And and I got no money.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I used the last of it for a sandwich today.
It's okay. I just realized it.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, the baby is still over at the bowling alley. I traded her.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I got this awesome bag of seeds.
Yeah.
The guy said that they were magical. I don't know.
I don't know. As long as I don't have to deal with a baby.
So tired.
It's so tiring dealing with a baby all day.
No, she's actually out in the car playing pretend.
Okay.
Lock the doors. I'll go and get her in a minute.
Okay.
But I thought maybe I could put this together with her.
Yeah.
And just kind of stay out of your hair.
That's
and
okay.
Let you draw, and I'll make some dinner too. So.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to get artwork done. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see.
I need to throw this into the washer.
Yeah, I got no money. I have a Patreon if you want to. Yeah, we had 2 cat surgeries today that we had to pay for. I got a Patreon if you want to support me. If you're like, oh no, I couldn't even take the baby girl bowling. Let's see. Done. There we go. Okay. That's kind of close. And then I still have to draw in the booths. And then a lot of people. Yeah.
So many booths.
Booths,
Cats, cats.
Booths and cats.
Booths and cats.
Booths and cats.
Booths and cats and booths and cats and booths and cats.
That's harder to say than boots and cats.
That's so much harder,
It is.
It
is more difficult to say than boots and cats. All right. So there are a couple of booths back here. And oh, you found the art club server on Discord. It's really fun if you love art. There's so much to do in there, and there is a commissions channel where you can make and sell and buy art. That's cool. I wish I was cool enough to be on a lot of Discords. I used to be part of the Brackies Discord, which is about game development. But my programming skills are like awful, and so I just felt intimidated and got out of that one. And then I'm part of the Biffa Discord because he likes to play City Skylines on YouTube. And it's a game that I really like and I'm really into. And I like the way that he builds cities. And I'm one of those people that gets jazzed about seeing how traffic problems are fixed in City Skylines. So yes, so those are the only Discords that I've been on. I will check out that one. Yeah, I've never really been very good at doing commissions for people. It takes a certain kind of mentality to like not fight people. And be like, what? No, that's not my vision. Here, we'll do that. And then I think as long as I have that as my first one, I think I can fill in the rest. Yeah. See? And then there's the inside, there's this, there's this. Bam. Almost looks like I know what I'm doing.
Bam, spicy life.
No one gets that joke.
You don't have to, for you.
I know. Yeah. Let's see. Is this also on Twitch? Yes, it should be on Twitch. It is. Yes. There was this one guy I kept trying to cooperate with him, and he just kept changing his mind and asking me to do stuff I couldn't do. Yeah.
I know some of the cucumbers are big.
I don't even know what Ian's yelling out the window, but something about cucumbers. Let's see. Okay. I don't have to make these lines perfect because it's a brick wall. Big cucumbers. Hi, Dale. Yeah, Dale, I'm the only one on tonight. Chuck's sick, and Chris ended up in urgent care. He injured himself putting a spike through his foot. And so it's just me tonight, all by myself. So I am MoCat in the corner and drawing Captain T comics, which are also cat comics. And I have now 4 cats. Yeah, I did not expect to become a cat lady later on in life, but it sneaks up on you. You just suddenly, ta-da, 4 cats. I'm not opposed to it. You know, I love all of my boys, but there's 4 of them now, and that's substantial. Yeah, so we're almost done with this brick wall. And doom, doom, doom. Okay, there we go. So I'm going to turn this off just briefly to look at what we've done. Okay, it's starting to get there. Let's draw in the background. Holy fart. Let's see. Something about Ian having a big cucumber. Big cucumbers. Yeah, I got to draw Inktober tonight. I have not drawn any of my Inktobers since let me look at when I left off on Inktober for this time around. Come on. I left off on the 15th. So it is the 19th. I'm 4 days behind on my Inktober's. So I need to do that. Yeah, cats are like Pringles. You can't stop at one. 4 means they will start to form a clouder tribe. They already are a clouder. We call them a clouder. There are, there's an alpha. Usually the alpha was the oldest. And so when we had Ollie was the alpha. Same thing with Tweaker and same thing with Sergeant. And so when they all passed away, the oldest was Bruce, and Bruce is not the alpha. He has stepped down from that role. He is happy to just be the old cat that no one bothers. Yeah, oh, there we go. Let's try and get some kind of semblance back here. I don't know. I'll put in a doorway, maybe a high window. This one's going to have like a center window so that they all look like a little different. Okay. And let's do this. I feel like I'm rushing this page so much. I'm not taking the time to make my line straight or like exact. Yeah, so we're going to add this window. Like this. One of these guys. It almost looks like I know what I'm doing. I'm not going to worry about that one at all because the shape is important there. Yeah, I'll do this. And I'll do this. This. Yeah, okay. And then if I take that out, it kind of looks like a background. So if I zoom out, I need to thicken up some of my lines, but that's okay. I can do that. So we'll go into the foreground. And oh, Dale, if you're watching, look at this, going over lines again. we were talking about this, you just go over your lines again with a thicker brush or thicker pen. Yeah, so just to kind of add some weight to the front here. Just to kind of make it look like it's not completely out of my rump. All right. So I'm going to add plenty of vertical lines. Okay. I am hydrated. So turning this guy back on. Coming out to about here. Here. And here. Let's see. Okay. This is going to be booths. This one is the panel 6 background. And so just drawing it out. All right. We will turn off this layer. Okay. And then we will go here. And so these guys are going to be like this. All right. And then there we go. Layer foo. I do have kind of a layer food. Nice 1 point perspective. Thank you. Yeah, just step away. Phone ran out of juice. Oh yeah. I was actually talking to you. I was saying how we were talking about drawing over lines again to make them thick. So let's do this. Go. There we go. There. So now I got some boots in there. There's also other things in here too. There's like a pig guy. There are some tables. And so I think the tables come out this far. Yeah, something like that. Yeah. It's pretty messy in there. I think I'm going to be having guys in front of that anyway. So let's make the background lighter. We'll turn this off for the time being, and we will go into more refined sketch. And so let's back up a little bit. Who are we? There we go. So I need a picture of a hawk. We are going to go into comics, Captain T. See, I have this reference folder. I'll just show it to you guys. So I have this reference folder here. Oh, hi, Shy Hermit Crab. It's good to see you. Some artists like to draw over lines versus others. A flex nib, pen, or brush, at least in Clip Studio Paint, you can line with after it is drawn if you use vector layers. So yes, interesting. So yes, this is Captain T reference. And so I have all these sorts of various different reference folders, including this one for creatures. And so right now I only have trade post creatures in here. But you can see I've narrowed them down by species. And so I need a good hawk picture where the hawk is like turned around. I don't know. I think I'm going to need to. I think I'm going to probably have to find one. Let's see. So we'll say hawk from behind. Ooh, that's pretty good. Yeah, I'll do that one. That one's pretty good. I love Google. There we go. Okay. We're going to increase the size on that one a little bit. And then we're going to add this guy. So I'm going to have him in the front, the hawk. And so he's just going to kind of be hanging out. I'll have his tail kind of lay flat, even though the hawk in my reference doesn't have a flat tail. So we'll have of his mouth come out a little bit. And his eye he's going to kind of have his feathers like this, like that. And then going back to my reference, he has kind of a collar here. It's going to sit up a little high on his neck. And then he's got like almost like shoulder straps. And he's wearing pants. So we're just going to kind of put his feet down here a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So he's just going to be like that, kind of hanging out. And then we're going to have I think we're going to have this guy leaning. He's going to have his foot crossed because he's looking all casual. So hand on hip. Does he need a toupee? I don't know if he needs a toupee. Do I have a separate computer display to hold my reference? I do have a separate computer display to hold my reference. I do. That is currently where it's at. In fact, my computer display, I have one screen in front of me up at the top that I currently have the restream in. And so we're going out to more than just Twit now. And no, it's not a bald eagle, it's a hawk. And to my left, I have a screen that I have up on its side, vertical. And I can treat it like two different screens. For this, usually when I'm streaming, I'll have my streaming window up there. So let's see. We're gonna draw the squirrel guy. He's gonna have his tail. And then let's see. Which squirrel guy is this going to be? I think this is going to be the guy wearing the vest. Yeah. Okay. So I think that's going to be the guy wearing the vest. And then I have a porcupine. So we're just going to imply the porcupine's clothing because I just have it literally sticking out of the clothes. I didn't know how else to have the porcupine. I think that they just destroy whatever it is that they're wearing. It's gonna be like that. Okay. There's 3 of the guides, and then I think we're gonna have one of our other squirrels. Oh, there's a size difference between these guys' heads. We'll have him in another relaxed pose as he just kind of has his hands crossed. And then was my original plan. And actually thinking about it, I should probably shrink this down, looking at the size of the fence. And that gives me more room to add people. All right, there we go. And so we'll have his tail coming out. And then I'll have the tall stranger. I don't know what I'm going to have the tall stranger be doing. Let's see. I feel bad for my dogs this morning. I asked them how their week was going, and they were rough. But let's see. Let's get another porcupine in here. So we'll have his feet in. Let's see. Okay, so I have my 2 porcupines. I have my 2 squirrels. I have my eagle. Who else am I missing? And then I guess the fox. Yeah, let's see. I guess we can have the fox over here. Just kind of have his tail sticking out as he's standing there going, well, what do you want? Hawk, not eagle. Yeah, it is a hawk. It's a hawk, not an eagle. That was awful. Hawk, not eagle. Let's see. Okay. So I got those guys. I need to have the tall stranger. I think just kind of having him peer. I kind of like what I was doing before. Having him kind of like right there. It's kind of what he's going to look like. If it was an eagle, it would need a toupee. But yes. Yes. But he is not a bald eagle. So let's see. He's got flappies, lapels, I guess, if you want to talk about proper terminology of men's clothing. And then his pocket's still ripped. So we can show that. And then do this. That eagle must have went to the same vet as your new cat. But yeah. Yeah, my cat, his name is Archimedes. I don't know why we named him Archimedes, but that's his name. Let's see. I think this guy is going to have to get shrunk down too. So I can have him up at the fence line. There we go. It's kind of close. And T's going to be down here. And so T is like cowering down here. But I haven't drawn it yet. Let's see. Do I have a costume reference open to on the other display? Sorry, that M should have been a question. I don't have a costume reference open on the other display, but what I do have is my pages, my previous pages. And this is the previous page. And this is where, oh, poor baby girl. So, oh, baby girl. Why is she upset? What happened?
She went to play with the big kids outside in the dark playing soccer. And when it was time to go, she wanted to take the ball and go with the big kids.
No. No. Sorry, baby girl. Yeah, so he gets kicked out. These guys from the previous page. You can see them here and stuff. So I have used costume references for some of them. And then I just kind of reference my previous drawings to keep them consistent from drawing to drawing. So let's see. Okay.
Okay.
Poor girl.
I know. Okay.
All right. Let's start with this this porcupine. Let's see if I have any back images. Yeah, I kind of have one.
I know.
Oh, poor thing.
Yeah, she's just upset. She'll get over it. I'll get some food in her. She'll be all right.
There we go. Let's see. The pages act as reference of costume cliches you have already decided on. Yes, you use previous pages as model sheets. Kind of. Yeah, I kind of design as I go. I should really, have sketchbooks with like all these characters and stuff in them. But as I'm drawing, I'll like come up with a guy And I'm like, okay, that guy's then just there. So we'll do this. We'll have his little vest there. And then he's got like a collar. So let's see. Yeah, and so he's got like this nice vest. And then give him this little tail. Kind of Peanuts feet a little bit. I'll do that. Okay. All right. Now that hawk. So we're going to have this guy looking up like this. Let's see. Tell her in serious voice with eye contact, porn is indigenous to North America. It's an old babysitter's trick. Trust me. That leap of faith to go from that simple underdrawing to inking is an impressive sign of experience. Chuck does that with his starfish people under drawings. Yeah, he explained his starfish people to me too. He's like, people are just stars. It's like, what? And he's like, yeah, they're just, they got points on their hands. And he would point his hand and he's like, see? Artists are cool people.
Spirit fingers.
Let's see. All right. And then I was drawing this guy. So yeah, so he has like these implied shoulder pad things.
Biden shoulder pads? Hey, what?
There we go. And then we'll give him his little feet. There we go. Let's see. And then we add pockets. Let's see. Should I call Chuck or Tina to check on Chuck? Amber, do you have rough stock background characters in your head? I don't know how to answer that question, because I do and I don't. They're not stock characters. As I draw the pages, these little like stories emerge as I'm drawing it. I'm like, oh, here's a Wolverine guy that's holding a piece of gold. And so later on, when I'm like, oh man, what am I going to draw here? I'll remember that Wolverine guy, and then I'll just draw him in a later panel, or I'll look through previous pages and I'll be like, oh, I drew this guy. He looks kind of cool. He was fun to draw. Let's draw him again. But, there is some consistency I try and keep. Like these adventures, they might pop up again, but for right now, they're just generic adventures. But for right now, they're serving their purpose. Yeah. We will add this guy's tail. All right. Micro stories create the background characters. Yeah, kind of. Like, okay, let me see if I can find one of my micro stories. Let's pull up a reference. Okay, and in Captain T, in pages, we'll go Keen print so it's the full size. Yeah, so like.
Do you mind if I turn the TV on?
Yeah, you can turn the TV on. Just have it low, please.
Okay. Did you ever find the controller?
No, I haven't. You have to use the voice commands.
Okay.
All right. So here's like a Templar, right? And then you can see here is a guy playing guitar, and then here's a dude who's like shopping. And I got some beavers over here and stuff like that. And so
computer, mute the TV.
As I do the next page, here's that guy again shopping. Here's the dude playing the guitar. Here's the beavers. Here's the beavers again. This chick and this guy are from previous panels. And so when I'm at that angle again, I'll draw people from that angle. And so you can see here, these are the adventurers. There's one of the porcupines, and then there's a horse in there, and then there's at least 3 squirrels at this point, but I guess one of the squirrels leaves. You can see here, these are the guys. This is probably like the first picture I drew of all of them, and I wanted them to just kind of look like eclectic. And so, this guy here, he smokes. I don't know why he smokes, but it's part of his character. And so, not the next time you see him, but probably in the future when you see him, he's going to be smoking again because that's just part of his character. That's just who he is. Here's the adventurers laughing when T goes on the other side of the fence, and so they don't see him there. Here's some beavers. Yeah, so I have all these like little stories. Don't break your stride for me. Work on a page. God, that is nice establishing shot. Oh, thank you. Yeah, and so back here you can see I have like these guys, and I change them in each one of the panels because they're telling little stories. This guy like loses everything, so you can see him. He's like, oh no. Yeah, and so that's just kind of how I continue on. Here's the here he is. He's got a cigarette again. And then see, I got these guys back here again, even though there's stuff in the foreground. I hope, like, I don't know, I always hide stuff in the background, and I've always looked at backgrounds of art and tried to see what was like going on. Like, see, here's this chick who's leading this horse, this cart through. And then I got this like fat bear over here. So if I go down, I think, is it the previous page? Yeah. Yeah. So on the previous page, you can see here's that fat bear again.
Fat bear.
Here's another Templar. Yeah. So I'm trying to kind of have these little stories. Interesting that as the story progresses, the background characters evolve traits because you want to maintain continuity. It is kind of, yeah, it does kind of work that way. And so this is T going, you just let my stuff walk out the door. I paid 28 gold for nothing. He's like, oh yeah, once payment's been accepted, it's your responsibility. Bye. And so, he's like, I'm going to punch you in the nose. And then nope. And he gets kicked out. And so very classic white line arc there. And here's the adventures again laughing. And so this is the previous page. So that's what I'm using as reference. Let's see, what time is it? It is 8:40. So I've been going for an hour and 10 minutes. Isn't it traditional in cartooning to hide fat chickens in the background? I don't know if that's true or not. I haven't.
Fat chicken.
I don't know if I've used fat chickens in the background.
Yeah, you should do skinny cow.
I haven't drawn any cows or chickens yet.
Skinny cow.
I imagine that there's like a hierarchy of animals, because I have horses used as horses. I don't have horses being, people horses that just happen to be horse. Thanks for sharing your previous pages. Oh, thank you. It's only 8 p.m. for me. Yes, it is. I'm Denver time. So Mountain Standard Time. It's 10:40 over here in Canada. Ooh, where in Canada are you? Yeah, I lived in Saskatchewan for a while. Lived in Regina, Ontario. Ooh, very nice. How very advanced of you to be from Ontario. Let's see. Yeah. Yes, very civilized nation, Canada. It's not even functioning right now. I'll give him a little tail too. Let's see. And then, yeah, he has... Yeah, it's a little bit of a foot here. A little bit of a foot there. And then let's see. Regina, sorry, can't help it. Yeah. Yeah, believe me, they've all heard the jokes. Sorry.
That's a Canadian.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, so let's see. Okay, I got that guy. Now the other guy is wearing a nice suit.
Once you live in Regina, Regina will always live in you.
You know, it's funny because Canadian Rail and the city of Regina had like a fight. And so as a fuck you to the city of Regina, Canadian Rail ran their railroads, their freight rails during rush hour in the city to make rush hour worse.
Good.
Yeah.
That's a vindictive Canadian.
You know, people, human nature.
They're like, sorry.
I don't know if they were quite like that.
Like, you're not my buddy, pal. You're not my pal, friend. You're not my friend, buddy. Were they more like that?
Yes, they were exactly like how South Park depicted them.
I mean, we live in Colorado.
I'm a
that's
Canadian
all I've
trapped in an
seen.
American's body.
That's all I've seen. I know nothing else. Or I only watch TV. I am an idiot. Just like they portray on commercials, right? The white man is always the idiot.
Mm-hmm. All right.
What would I know?
I don't know. What would you know?
I know there are times when you can't open a jar and you need me.
Those times do exist. Yes, I admit that.
That's when I'm at my most useful.
And no other time.
I'm just wasting other people's air. Suck it all up for myself.
Suck it.
I do not know where the strainer is at.
Strainer?
Yes, my lord.
Oh, it's in with the bowls.
Oh, you put those back.
Yes.
Did you mop out and clean it?
No. I just kind of set it in there.
I wish you hadn't done that.
Well, I'm sorry.
You can't be doing that unless you clean them. Remember, it's all like nasty.
Yeah. All right. 8:46. I think I'm gonna call it a night.
Wait, what?
Yeah. No, this one's going out to the YouTube channel and stuff like that.
I know,
So
that's why I'm like, you should go till like 9:30, like you always make. Like you make no. Go until 9:30.
Dale says that you have nice taste in women, by the way.
I know I do. I have fantastic taste in women. You should have seen the hose I turned down.
The hose.
That's right. You my bottom bitch.
I'm your bottom bitch.
Yeah, you keep all the other hoes in line.
Do I?
Yes, you do.
I keep them all in line.
All of them.
All of them.
Right? You're my enforcer.
Am I?
Yeah, I can't be messing up my merchandise, but I can send you out to go mess up the merchandise.
Ah.
Sometimes.
Did you know that there's a law in Canada that saying sorry doesn't count as a sincere apology because Canadians say it too much? Yes, I did know that. It applies in terms of like car accidents like that. This is the worst OnlyFans channel ever. Nah, not OnlyFans.
What are you talking about? We're just getting to take it off and show my junk.
Oh no!
Everybody wants to see my junk.
Ian, come on.
Okay, maybe not. Maybe I'll just give him a little turkey neck.
Yeah, this is the person
of cleavage.
This is the person I spend my time with.
See? Turkey neck. Gobble gobble.
Let's make them a little smaller. Yeah, we'll do that.
She thought that being with an older man would be a bit more mature and sophisticated.
Isn't marriage wonderful, says Dale. And then au revoir, buenas noches. Buenas noches. Goodbye. Have a night.
Owner. Muy bien.
Let's see. And then I think
there we go. Now it's hot.
And then I think having his tail. Yeah, all spiky like that. We can have that on the outside. All right. I'll draw this in later. For now, I am going to play the theme tune and sign off.
The theme tune?
Yes. So,
the tune to the thing?
Have a good night.
Here's a theme song for Chuck Whelon Showy. He asked me to write one, but I stole from David Bowie. Here's a theme song. Chuck Whelon is the best. We have lots of hosts, but we're running out of gas. Will you be our guest on? Will you be our guest on? Be on the Chuck Whelon Show. Whoa, 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 whoa.
If you're gonna have a show, you gotta have more guests, sweetie.